So in this video, rather than looking at a filter treatment for a specific part within a mix, instead what we're going to do is to treat the entire mix to a filter treatment. This is a really popular dance music technique, but it's sort of crossing over into pop records as well. So here what I've got is a track which is building up with 4 elements, and then it kicks off with a kick drum a little later on. Okay, and what I want to do within this mix is to anticipate the second half where the kick drum comes in with a filter treatment so that the entire track sort of rises up before it drops. So the first thing I'm going to do in the output channel is to add one of the Apple AU plugins, which is the low pass filter. And then the second slot before this adaptive limiter plugin that I've got in the output channel, we're going to insert the high pass filter. So here are the two plugins. And to start with, I'm going to just bypass one of these plugins to get it out of the way. So we'll mute the low pass filters effect for the moment. So both these plugins are very simple. They've got a cutoff frequency and they've got resonance. And starting with a high pass filter, what I want to be able to do is to basically let through the whole track and increasingly have it sort of close up through the mix. So I'm putting the output channel into latch mode using the automation. Okay, so you can hear the track getting thinner as I move the cutoff frequency, and obviously what I've done there is just to sort of get too high with the cutoff frequency too quickly. So what I'm going to do is to open up the automation mode and sort of draw a line over the changes that I recorded there, and instead create the sort of filter changes that I want. So I basically want the effect to sort of start around here, and I'm then going to create this little ramp into the penultimate bar before the drop, and then have it sort of filter back down again. So let's just move this along here. So there's just a couple of beats left as the filter starts to close up again, or open up again, I should say. So this is our high pass filter treatment. And obviously that's way too high, but you can hear how the track's opening up. So I'm going to bring down the cutoff frequency. And make it a bar long in length this time, just experimenting with what sounds good. And I'm also going to add a curve to the automation, so that rather than just dropping in a linear way, it's more shaped. Okay, and I'm also going to add a curve here so that it doesn't rise quite so quickly. Okay, I suspect that will still be too high, so let's just bring that cutoff frequency down just a little bit more for the moment. And then let's just turn to the second filter now in this output channel as well. I need to stay in latch mode so that I can record changes now to the low pass filter. So let's just unbypass that so it becomes active. And the same thing is true here. What I need to do is to record cutoff frequency changes now to the low pass filter to create a low pass effect at the same time. Now, of course, what this is going to do is to leave me with a band pass filter effectively. The gap between what's being filtered out through the low pass filter and the high pass filter leaves me with a band pass filter effect, a bit like this. Once again, rather than drawing this in real time, what I'm going to do is to just introduce a little bit of this parameter before creating the shape change that I want. So most of the time now, rather than cutoff frequency being at 0 Hertz, I need to be at sort of the top of the mix so that the effect becomes active from the top down. So I'm just using the previous line of automation data as my sort of ruler in the background. I'm going to have these two cutoff frequencies basically sort of touch there at that point to create a super thin effect. And again, time to add some curves. Let's have a listen to that now, once those are adjusted a little bit. And that works quite nicely. So again, what I can do is to make any adjustments I like. Maybe let's just actually have the two frequencies overlap, or alternatively just to make more adjustments. Too much high pass filtering at the moment. And that introduces the second half quite nicely. So using these filters in the output channel gives you a great way of being able to sort of shape and change a mix and make its sort of size change in real time.